Hey everyone, I'm Bredmo.
I'm Bunnery.
And this is IFXtra.
So, as you can see, I'm feeling a bit better this week. I can talk again. I'm all good. We had another visit to the hospital and the consultant said, carry on as normal, see if it happens again. Which we hope it doesn't.
Yeah, so, well, you've had one test. We won't go into the details, but there was one camera-based test that you've had, right. And we've got another one coming up, but we're just waiting to find out when that is.
Yeah, so they said carry on normal. That means that I can do the video, and also I can go to EGX and do the talk.
Yes, yeah, that's kind of come up suddenly, hasn't it?
Yeah, just next week.
Whilst we've been distracted by all this other stuff.
Yeah.
So we're doing our talk, our first speaking engagement as a company, which is kind of cool. So if anyone is going to EGX, the big games expo at the NEC in Birmingham next week, we are there. Well, we're there. For all of it now, hopefully, that you're feeling better. But we're also giving a talk on Thursday, that's the 20th, at 2 o'clock in the EGX Fringe Theatre, where I think we're actually the second talk of the entire expo.
Wow,
so
how cool is that?
Only one group before us. Yeah, that's kind of cool. So, if anyone is around on the Thursday, we'd love it if you could come to our talk. And that would be awesome. But otherwise, if you are at EGX for any of the days and you happen to see us wandering around, probably wearing interference t-shirts or something like that, feel free to say hello. That would be very nice to meet you.
Yeah, absolutely. And wish us luck for next week.
Yes.
If you're not coming.
Yeah. It'll be fun. I'm used to sort of talking. I used to work as a trainer for a bit. I used to teach Microsoft courses, so I'm used to standing up and talking about stuff. You two haven't really kind of done it as much, though.
No, I'm quite librarian.
It'll be fun. It'll be fine. It's all good. Yes.
Absolutely. Okay, what else have you doing this week?
Not a great deal of interference, if I'm honest. Partially because we've been down at the hospital a bit more, and it's also been one of those weeks where we've had to do sort of odds and ends of paid work just to kind of supplement our income a bit.
Pay the bills and all that.
Yeah, we'd rather be working on interference and fun things all the time, but sometimes you gotta pay the bills and do less but less interesting stuff.
True.
Well, yes, all times you have to pay the bills, but sometimes you got to do less interesting things to fund the more interesting things. Okay.
So, shall we go on to awards now? Picture of the week this week goes to Ramsu 3D for gambling with 3 dice all day and all night. I love the way they've actually subverted the meaning to gambling with the dice. So alongside them, and they're all looking quite mean there. I like the hooded guy playing poker. That's awesome. Well done, Ramsu.
My favourite description this week was Shady Guy Trying to Get Money at the International Monetary Fund by Mr. Red. Now, I like this one because it's quite a nice, simple bit of confusion. Anyone who's watched Mission Impossible would probably think spy, IMF, Impossible Missions Force, it's got to be Mission Impossible. But if you weren't familiar with that, you'd just go for the general understanding of IMF, the International Monetary Fund. Nice work there, Mr. Red.
Community pick of the week this week goes to Mirror, Mirror, Mirror for giant black cat leaps onto a frozen pond, breaking the ice. It's so difficult to draw ice, and that's fantastic. And I love the shading and the shadows. Fantastic work, Mirror. Congratulations from us.
Awesome stuff there, as always.
They were amazing. So, what were we talking about in the forums last week? Last week, we were talking or asking you about who your favourite teachers were at school. But unfortunately, we didn't get much chance to contribute to that, did we, last week?
Yeah, we did. We kind of at hospital. We didn't really get a chance to contribute or
encourage people to do that.
Yeah, so it kind of stagnated somewhat. Although Phantom did post several stories in there, which yes, thank you very much. But yeah, it almost seems like a bit of a waste. So maybe we should kind of roll that over and keep it going for this week.
Yeah.
And that'll give us a chance to post in there. So I had a few particularly good teachers.
Yeah, me too. Always English teachers. They were brilliant.
I had an awesome English teacher, awesome physics teacher. Yeah,
cool.
It was good.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yes, we'll keep that discussion up. So if you missed it last week, here's what it was.
Who was your favourite teacher and why? Was there a particular person who inspired you, or perhaps someone who made a boring subject enjoyable?
So if you'd like to contribute to that, just head over to the general discussion forum. You can find the thread pinned to the top of the thread list there.
And something else you can get involved with is the Sunday night quiz. Because now that we've got it up and running, we're going to do it every Sunday, 7 o'clock. So last week, we were asking all kinds of questions about Bob Ross. Remember him?
Yeah, Bob Ross, the painter, yeah.
US presidents, footwear, all kinds of things come up, and they're all inspired by your drawings. So we've got another one prepared for Sunday night, tomorrow night. So where can they join us?
If you head over to mixer.com/interference at about 7 p.m. BST, work out your local time zone because I seemingly can't ever get it right. But 7 p.m. UK time, however that works out for you.
Yeah.
There'll also be a link to this on the front page of the apps and the website. You can just press it and it will take you over to the channel. But we're now trying to turn up 5 minutes early or so, so you can just make sure that the stream's working for you and all this. But we'll actually start the quiz just after 7.
Exactly.
As you say, 5 rounds, each inspired by one of the cool drawings we've seen on Interference this week.
Yeah.
And then 5 questions on each, multiple choice. Yeah. And you can just join in. It's all live and fully interactive through the power of Mixplay and all this.
It's going to be good this week.
We had our best one last week, I think. Got a few more people, and it worked a bit smoother, apart from my minor chroma key fail.
So who won last week?
Well, last week, sort of Ferret, although and kind of nothing personal, kind of discounting that because although she hadn't seen the questions, it does seem a little bit harsh. So in terms of actual players, in the lead was Pointy Cat Ears, followed by Mighty Mo, and then Rene Enigma.
Yeah.
So
top 3 for this week.
Yeah. I keep saying on the quiz as well, I will actually start doing a leaderboard of these on the site so we can track who's winning each week. But it's good fun.
It was fun. Yeah.
Takes about just over half an hour.
Yeah. A little bit chatting in between the questions.
Because I babble in between the questions. It's good fun. It would be very cool if you could join us there. We actually told Mixer about it this week because they always say, if you're doing something interesting, if you've done some interesting software, let us know. So I did. And then they watched the on-demand replay. We're like, oh wow, yeah, that's quite cool. We might join you one week.
They even said that we were professional presenters.
Or something. Professional, yeah.
Cool.
Loft conversion, like webcam.
They don't know that. They don't know that.
Good times. Yeah. Anyway, so if you'd like to join us for Zeitgeist, the Interference Quiz of the Week, that's mixer.com/interference, 7 p.m. UK time. On Sunday.
Okay, so I think that's it for the news this week.
Yes, that is pretty much everything. Yeah. So next week, I'm going to preemptively get in a IFXtra, maybe slightly late.
Possibly.
Because we're going to be in Birmingham for EGX. So we will record
live footage from the show.
As we did last year. Although last year, IFXtra... It wasn't called that at the time, but it was quite late because I took my laptop but forgot to take the charger. So hopefully that won't happen again, but I will be just trying to edit it and upload it when we get internet access and things like that. So we may be slightly late.
It might be Saturday night, maybe.
Yeah, but we're back on Sunday, so it might be it's a day late.
Back in time for the quiz, I hope.
But yes, we will be doing the quiz.
Cool.
So yes.
That's it then.
That's all the news. So if we're late, we're travelling, you know how it is. Anyway, aside from that, if you're not already taking part in the game, then get involved at playinterference.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at PlayIFX or on Facebook at PlayInterference. We've also now got a Patreon page at patreon.com/interference where you can give us a bit of monthly support for the ongoing maintenance of the game, these videos, the quiz, and all these other bits and pieces that we do for you.
Okay, so until next Saturday from EGX, we'll see you.
Have a great week.
Bye.
We'll see you next Saturday. Bye.